welcome to Florida Beach Walks. I'm Roxanne here at South Marco Beach, where this is absolutely unbelievable. Where do I even start? Most seasoned shellers know that after a storm, the place to be is right on the beach, as many special shells, not usually accessible, are washed up. And let me tell you, South Beach and Marco Island didn't disappoint. I cannot believe how many pin shells washed up. It was completely surreal, but I was happy to discover that from what I observed, a lot of them were just empty rather than fresh wash-ups, and the finds under and around them was amazing. This hurricane season has been off the charts, and of course my heart, prayers, and my wallet have gone forth to assist, and my efforts will continue. Personally, after all of the stress of Hurricane Milton, escaping to the beach was such a blessing beyond just finding shells and helping some live ones back in the water. I relaxed with friends, got to meet some of my YouTube viewers, and celebrated in the joys of others finding amazing shells. Even witnessed a shell trade for a Junonia. I didn't find any Junonias myself or any pieces, but I sure did get the chance to celebrate with others who did find them. And for me, that's a win. If you want to see some gorgeous after storm finds, please join us. Let's walk South Marco Beach. Here we are walking towards the south end of Marco Beach, but right away on the beach there were so many shells and pin shells. I had seen a live from my walks in Paradise, and I could not believe how many pin shells were washed up during his live. I was like, I called my friend Chalet and I said, we have to go check this out. That live was the day after Hurricane Milton hit 130 miles north of this area, and this was Friday, October 11th, 2 days after. So I'm here with my friend Chalet and her husband Richard and their two kids, and just me. Connor, my son, he wanted to come along also, but he had plans with Grandpa. But we did come back 2 days later on Sunday, and he came also. So I'll call this beach walk part 1, and then the next walk part 2 for the second day. There's my friend's daughters and Chalet and Richard digging over there. Definitely need a rake when you're out here. I just cannot believe how many shells. This almost reminded me of Lido. What was that, 2 or 3 years ago? When Lido was doing the dredging and all those shells washed up. They did have, I believe it was a tropical storm while they were doing that renourishment. And you got tons of piles like this. Lots of these whelks were here, these lace murexes. It was like just squat in and pick up a shell. Here's a banded tulip. There's so many. There's a fighting conch. Oh, let's get this little guy back in the water. We did help, put as many back as we could that we did find alive. We did find a lot of dead ones too. Here's a Calico scala. We also found a washed up little baby octopus. It was so cute. So we put it in a cockle and helped it back to the water. I'll show you that a little bit later. Here's a lightning whelk. Lots of these lightning whelks were to find. He found a Junonia. Good job. Let me see. Wow.
I haven't even started.
Good girl. We've only been here 5 minutes.
Let me take a video of you.
Oh.
What did you find?
You go, girl. Right here in front of this condo. Yay. Good job.
Here, good for you.
How amazing is that? She just scraped the top of a pile, she said, and there it was. A perfect way to start the day. Smile, Juju. Here you go. Beautiful pear whelk, Chalet. Look at that color. Very empty. I love the fighting conchs like this that are like patterned with the chevron chalet. The chevron, gorgeous. That's pretty. There's a little top snail, a jujube top snail. And a crown conch. Let's see what else. We got an apple murex. There was just so many shells. I mean, you didn't even have to like just one or two little scrapes and bam, there we go. Beautiful sunburst calico. A little faded, but keep that one too. Nicer bright one. Pretty red. Another lightning whelk. I like the darker ones. I started picking up a lot of the dark ones. And here's a nice shark eye. Oh man, look at that. Ah, that would have been a gorgeous true tulip, but I did find a much smaller one, that same color, a little later. Here's a lettered olive and a true tulip, but oh, it's not as bright as that gorgeous broken red one, but it's still a true tulip. Look at that. That is so orange. That is a calico scallop, but it was so thick. It felt like 2 or 3 shells thick. So that is definitely keeper. I don't know if it's some kind of weird subspecies of calico, but it was gorgeous. Of course, another whelk. Let's see what else. Yep, more whelks. Totally love the whelks. And apple murexes. Did find quite a bit of those murexes as well. Yay! Love to see spots. All right, what's my Junonia spots? And hey, I'll take an alphabet cone any day. Here's another rusty old one. there was a lot of alphabet cones, and there's one that I totally missed. And yep, you'll see a whole bunch of alphabet cones that I missed. I think I saw 2 video clips where I missed 2. Here's another murex. Another apple murex. Ooh, there's a horse conch. Great color in that. These can get pretty big. The world's record is 23.9 inches long, on display at the Bailey Matthews National Shell Museum in Sanibel. And another lightning whelk. I found a lot of these in really nice, pristine condition. Here is a banded tulip. And let's pick up this olive behind it. Little lettered olive. And a lace murex. Just got some shells up in there. Let's see. We got a juvenile crown cone. No, crown conch. And here's an apple murex. Oh, let's check out this cone. Yikes. All right, it's past its glory days, but in the bucket it'll go. You just gotta claw slowly. That's right, you claw too fast, you miss some good shells. Here's an apple murex. This is a pretty big one. And here is a smaller horse conch, but the same pretty orange. Oh, check that out. Beautiful. Lavender lip or purple lipped fighting conch. I mean, when it really comes down to it, whatever you think is beautiful, that's your find of the day. But those are the pretty good shells people are looking for. And tulips like this one. We're looking for that. I think I found 1 or 2 of those. Yeah, these without the noticeable lines, those are the true tulips. Yeah. And they got the banded tulips. Like even if you just Google online, like, you know, popular Florida shells, it gives you a great little chart to reference. Just stirred up some conversations with the couple that was beside me. They were just asking about a bunch of shells and like, what's a good shell to keep? And hey, if it's a shell that speaks to you and you like it, I say keep it. Here's a banded tulip. Oh, and here's an even prettier one. Wow, that's really gorgeous coloring. True tulips actually prey and eat these banded tulips. I'm slowly inching my way over to these condos over there that you see in the distance because there's lots of shell wash-ups in front of those, but I was getting so caught up with just walking straight on the beach. So many shells. Oh, look at this little guy. Here's an apple murex just hanging on to this pin shell. Let's get him down to the water. All right. Oops. It washed back up, so I had to put him back out again. All right. That is a true tulip, a juvenile true tulip. Nice gold. Another GGB top snail. In the bucket. It's starting to look good in there. A couple of apple murexes to add. Let's take this trash. Besides those mylar balloons, I think I can't stand fishing lines, especially the metal line bits. Here's a much larger lightning whelk. Very beautiful coloring on this one. The indigenous people of Florida used them as hammers, axes, and cups. And a bay scallop. Okay, so I started making my way over to Chalet. Her daughter had come over to me, letting me know, Mommy just found a huge Scotch bonnet and traded it for a Junonia with some guy who found two. I was like, what? So there is a little time gap here, and it was because I was doing a live stream. And if you want to see that live stream, it is linked below, or you can find it under the tab live stream from my YouTube homepage.
Awesome. All right, so here we go. Is it okay for you to be on YouTube? All right. Awesome. Your name is?
Sean.
And Chalet, they traded Junonia for Scotch bonnet. Now that is what you call shelltastic.
It was sure amazing. So that is the Scotch bonnet my friend Chalet found for the Junonia, and it was huge, but don't think that he got the short end of the stick, because the day before, I think it was 10 Junonias in the piles there that he found. So he made out pretty well, and he really wanted to find a Scotch bonnet. All right, let's collect these spots. Not a Junonia, but an alphabet cone. And here's a little nutmeg, a common nutmeg. And a horse conch. Not in the greatest condition, but I will collect it.
Thank you, Sean.
Here is another common nutmeg, a little bit darker, a lot larger. Very nice. Let's see what we got here. Another banded tulip and a calico scallop. Let's see. Oh, what a tease. An alphabet cone, or at least half of one. All right, that is encrusted, but it looks like the tip is all there, and it was. It cleaned up pretty good. Another banded tulip. Just got a little something in that aperture, but it is empty. Let's see, another one. That didn't look too good. Got to be selective here. There's way too much to look for.
Here, let me see. Richard, hold it up. Hold it up. Awesome. Where'd you guys find it? You guys rock.
They sure do. They're all amazing shellers. Here is a beautiful, colorful moon snail. Seeing all these pin shells here made me want to look up a little bit more about them, because so many were washed up. Like, I know it's typical after a storm, you see pin shells, but this many was flat out mind-blowing. Pin shells are also called sea wings and fan shells. In Florida, they are common in shallow waters near seagrass beds and are usually found buried in the sand with only the upper portion of the shell exposed, attached to a substrate through the use of byssus threads beneath the sand. They are filter feeders, and they are preyed on heavily by sea stars and horse conchs. Pin shells can live in groups, form dense banks, and cluster, as clearly seen in the aftermath of these wash-ups. The noble pin shell found in the Mediterranean was harvested for its byssus threads that were woven together to make what is known as sea silk. It is in danger of extinction there due to overuse, pollution, and decline in places for it to survive, but is protected now in that region.
I cannot believe this. Whew.
Here's a hinged sunray Venus clam and a little true tulip. Let's pick up this rough scallop. Get a look at that. Beautiful. Love the patterns on scallops. And another jujube top snail. I want to see a sculptured top snail. Still hunting for that one. They're not very easy to find. Here is a pear whelk. And while I was digging around, I found that quahog. Gonna go put that back. And a short-spined sea urchin. It was not with us anymore, but it still had its little teeth on it, so its little mouth at the bottom, so I knew it was going to be smelly. But I had an idea. I was going to get this bag of trash and wrap it up in it and stick it in my bag, so that actually worked out pretty good. Let's get this quahog back in the water. All right, so yeah, that wasn't gonna work. So I ended up just wrapping that urchin in that plastic bag that I found, and it stayed all the way home. It's beautiful. Washed up and cleaned up very nice. It's about the size of your palm, so pretty good size on that one. Y'all, we can save a few. We can save a few. There you go. All right, let's see if we can find anything sloshing around here. Just look at all this. I don't think I've ever shelled with so many shells sloshing around like this. Crazy. There's a lightning whelk. Let's check out this murex. I don't think that's the mollusk inside. I think that was just a bunch of those little bark bits jammed up, but I didn't keep it. Let's see. Here's a pear whelk. Thought that was a paper fig at first. Lots of broken pieces. Let's see. Goodness. Look at all those tube worm casings. Good grief. Oh, this little sea star, I do not believe made it. Here is a chocolate lightning whelk, as the dark ones are often referred to, and a worm shell. Alright, let's give this a scrape. Right below the surface. Look at that. A perfect. Now that is a chocolate tulip. Gorgeous, gorgeous true tulip. I was excited and stoked to find this one. Ah, so happy there was nothing in it. Oh, that's pretty. Here is a moon snail, a shark eye, a false shark eye. You can see that little indentation there makes it a false. The real shark eyes are smooth there. They were for years considered the same species, but in 2006 a study found that the two are distinct species. I found a lot of these pin shells to be empty, and they were like kind of stacked like this, like that 1, 2, 3. That was like 3 pin shells stacked into each other. Let's see. Oh, this, let's see, is a sunray Venus. Are you alive? Yes. You're shrinking back in there. All right, let's get this one back to the water. There you go. And here is a fighting conch, but let's see. He looked a little stiff. I don't think he made it, but I'll let him down anyway. Check that out. That is beautiful. True tulip, a nice red one. Complements that really dark one that we found a little bit ago. Beautiful. Another pear whelk. Love the patterns on that one. Almost like the lightning whelk with the strikes. Let's see. Here's a shark eye. Let's see what else is in this hole. An apple murex. Got a little bit of lavender in that aperture, which is the opening of the shell. Let's see. Oh no! All right, we have a hermit crab that has lost its shell. Oh boy, let me see if I can scoop it up with this whelk. Will you go into this one? Oh man, no. Oh, come on, come on. Sorry I'm a little off screen here. I was more focused on the hermit crab than being in center. Okay, let's see. Let's scoop him up with this pen shell. Oh boy, maybe he'll find a shell in the water here. I know, maybe he can go find a home.
I thought I heard your laugh.
16 alphabet cones. So pretty.
Yeah. And then I literally just found
That's awesome.
that one.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah.
Love it.
Did you get some good finds over there?
Yeah, I did. I found 2 really pretty true tulips, and I can't believe they're
cute.
Junonia finds.
Oh, what are they up to now? They're at 2 earlier. They have 5
Just
from
2.
yesterday.
I heard. I know, that's nuts.
I know.
Oh, he was so nice to talk to. He was showing me his finds. That was a YouTube viewer that I got to meet over by the rocks when I was doing the live stream. Here is a whelk, chocolate whelk. I thought it was alive at first, but that was just a piece of dark bark. The mollusk inside of these lightning whelks are dark, like basically black. And here is a pear whelk, and these are the opposite. Their mollusk is like a kind of a buttery cream color. Here's a horse conch that is occupied by a hermit crab. All right, glad you didn't lose your shell. We'll get you down to the water. Maybe he can encourage his friend to find a shell. Here's a buttercup lucine. Love these little bowls. And a handful. I love that Fargo worm snail. Pretty on that one. Here's a gorgeous horse conch. Oh, I love this size horse conch. Like these, and like, you know, no bigger than the size of your hand. Absolutely beautiful. And I think I'll leave the, no, I think I cleaned it actually. I was going to leave the periostracum on this one, but no, I think I cleaned it off. And yes, be careful where you walk, because you can, that's the first time I ever got stabbed by a shell. But thank goodness I wasn't barefoot. All right, let's see. More chocolate whelks over here. I sure did pick up a nice collection of lightning whelks. Let's see if it's full.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Look at you.
it's a true tulip.
It's a what?
A true tulip. It's kind of like that banded tulip that you had.
Uh-huh.
But that one's a true tulip because the banding is, here's the 2 of them together. Here's a true and here's a banded.
Wow.
See how the bands are like more prominent? But they still have bands on this one, but you just don't see them as much. They're more of a solid color. Oh, here's the lightning whelk that you like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that has a, well, the tip is broken on that one. I don't know if you want that one. Here's another one. That's pretty big. Look at that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, here's a really big one.
Oh my gosh.
They're just all over the place. Oh.
Imagine how this is gonna, just the air freshener you're gonna need for your house.
Oh, I know.
I need to live over here. Not really, I'm not gonna wear much.
It'll dissipate soon enough. A gorgeous true tulip. Not as dark as that almost black one, but still very beautiful. Love that.
And her name is Lauren.
Oh, it's so fun.
I'm going to have to ask you because I love watching seashelling on TikTok.
Yeah, awesome. I just actually signed up for TikTok. I'm like, what is this? Where's the screen? I'm normally okay, but you know, I don't keep up with all this stuff enough. But I need to go watch a YouTube video on how to do TikTok.
TikTok is hard.
There's so much stuff flying on the screen, and I'm like, what's what? Shows my age. Oh my goodness. That's right. Oh my goodness, I'm getting old. Here is a ribbed cantharus and a Florida fighting conch with a little bit of a purple aperture in the opening. Oh, and a Florida cone. I didn't find many Florida cones on this beach walk, but I did find that one. And an orange calico scallop.
Right?
That's gorgeous. Oh, I'm sorry.
You can't.
Wow.
Just sitting there, a woman walked right by and said, by the way, She goes, yeah, I said, don't go over there, you'll never come back. And I said, man, you missed this.
There you go, awesome. Golden cone. And they're like the alphabet cones, but they kind of have like a little morph in them. And they have gold bands. You know, my thing is just whatever makes you happy. If horse conchs make you happy, pick them up. If, you know, lightning lumps, then pick them up. That's your shell. It's like I get in a, like, I don't know, sometimes I like one shell more than the other. I go back and forth. Wow.
But I do like something like that. It's like just a regular shell.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that it has
The little barnacles on it. It makes it special. Oh, wait a minute. Someone got fined or found a shell?
Fined for grabbing some shells.
Awesome. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be excited about that, but yeah, there's 2 million dead ones. What the heck do you need a real one?
In a bag of stuff, right?
Here?
Yeah.
That's horrible. Full of live shells. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I really hope those guys learned their lesson. I mean, my goodness, that's ridiculous. No live shelling, period. Good grief. All right, here is a beautiful Atlantic wing oyster. I'm getting quite fond of these. This is the second one that I have found. The first one that I found was only one valve, so this is my first hinged one, and that was in my last beach walk up on Little Talbot Island. Happy that this one had its outer skin, the periostracum, is still attached to it, and cute empty barnacles. Oh, this is a nice color on this little parwelk. The littler juvenile shells typically have a deeper, richer color.
Oh, another crab.
Oh, look.
I'm looking. Yeah.
It's like, get away. I don't want to be eaten by the horse conch. Let's cover you guys up. Happy over here. Oh, happy over here. I was quite entertained watching all those little guys. I love watching the live shells. I think they're so special to get to encounter them and just see all of God's beautiful, beautiful creations. I think shells are like the flowers of the sea. They're just so unique and different and just beautiful. Just love it. So I was bouncing back a little bit between like the rocks and kind of, you know, back on the normal beach, you know, the beach strip area without all these rocks. So just darting back and forth to see what I could find, and was sticking to the water a little bit, but then I was back up here on the land, so I was all over the place. Here's an alphabet cone. Only one side. Well, one little angle still has its alphabets on it. I heard you. I heard Junonia. I was like, what?
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's broken.
I love
Still
it.
counts, okay, this is like, 5, 6, 7. That's the 8th I've heard about.
Oh my god.
Craziness. Awesome. What? Chalet. This is ridiculous. Give me the other one so we can do a comparison.
Yeah.
So people can see how huge.
Let me get one.
But that one is even big for a tulip.
I know.
Chalet, I think that's the largest one.
The biggest
You have to measure that when you go home.
Yes.
Oh my word. What this has just been an absolutely amazing day. I heard over there the people were talking yesterday. There was 2 guys with like big 5-gallon buckets with live shells. The police came and they got fined.
Oh no.
I was like, thank God. I'm not all for one to get caught by the cops, but you know what? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. There's so many empty ones.
There are so many empty ones. What the heck do you need the live ones for? Like, don't you want to continue picking up little shells? Then you need those to be alive. It's just awful.
You know, ignorance is one thing, but that is past ignorance when you're filling up 5-gallon buckets. Oh, here is a giant Atlantic cockle or a heart cockle and a true tulip.
I was like digging. It's just a very red tulip. Look at that.
That's awesome.
That's beautiful.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it has a tiny little chip. That is really red. That's so red. Wow.
Cool.
That is red. Oh no, this is as empty as can be. Wow.
Such an amazing shell. I was so thrilled to dig out the shell.
You got a cockle? There we go. So let's scoop it up and we can take it back out. So cute. Let's see. Sand. Look at that. Hi. See you girls? Which one do you guys want to take it back? You want to take it in? You want to take it in, baby? Okay. Just take it out as far as you can go, okay? Gently.
Such an amazing sight to witness. I've only seen a few of these wash up, and I just think they're amazing, amazing, amazing little creatures.
There you go. Yay, bye-bye.
This was such a great day. Not just shelling, but like just to sit there and talk to other shellers, and there with my best friend, and I got to meet a couple YouTube viewers. Oh my goodness, this is the stress relief we all needed.
Look at that. The guys found some true tulips and horse conch. All right, go put them back out.
Sweet girls, they were finding a lot of true tulips and horse conchs and all kinds of stuff that when Daddy was digging in those pin shells, they were taken back to the water. Yeah, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably have not seen this many clusters of Florida fighting conchs since Lido. Since the Lido sand renourishment, just a lot here. Here's another beautiful lavender lipped Florida fighting conch. Here's a shark eye, a tulip, a crown conch, a scallop, a lacy murex, some nutmegs. I really like how this shark eye, the true shark eye, I like how that last whirl kind of ripple waved there. Very pretty.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Wow.
It's a nice one.
Sweetheart, congratulations. That's like honey. It's like honey.
Yeah, it's nice. The other
Congratulations.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my gosh. It's a true tulip.
Oh, wow. You
Never
are,
seen
wow.
one that huge.
Wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful.
That's like the size of a horse conch.
Yeah.
Put it up next to something. Like, we need a comparison. Your face. Oh, my beautiful friend. And her diligent husband, Richard, who dug it out.
I know. I'm kind of
Congratulations.
Oh, they're amazing. I think collectively they have at least, how many Junonias do you guys have found? Like at least 20, 18? It's ridiculous. Yeah. I know.
Did you get your scotch bonnet down here too?
Yes, the big ones. This is why everybody's there around me and before me. And then everybody there, you found me. They said, oh, we want to find it. We haven't found it.
Congratulations again. I saw you over here just diligently going, and I'm like, look at that. She's so rewarded.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, I didn't drop that one.
You guys have a fantastic weekend.
A perfect Junonia find to end this beach walk. We had a wonderful, wonderful day here, and we came back on, this was Friday, and we came back on the Sunday, and I will do that as part 2 on my next upload. And here are the beautiful shell finds that I found from our time here at Marco South Beach. Absolutely stunning collection. I love how all the shells look all cleaned up and oiled up. Beautiful lavender lipped fighting conchs, just gorgeous. And the alphabet cones, those scallops were pretty, especially that orange, that real thick orange one. Gorgeous, gorgeous handful of tulips. And that large sea urchin cleaned up really nice. Love all the worm shells, the horse conchs, the tulips, the lightning whelks, everything just was beautiful to find. That heart-shaped cockle, yep, this shelling trip is in my heart, definitely. Let's all do our part to help where we can with all these recent storms. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I leave you with this.